Hi everyone, welcome back to Law School Gems with Bria. My name is Bria Riley, and today we are going to be talking about sponsorship. I know last week we spoke a little bit about mentorship, but a mentor and a sponsor are a little bit different. So I wanted to spend some time today talking to you about sponsorship. For those of you who are returning gems, thank you so much for being here with me today. And if you are new to the channel, welcome, and I am glad to have you. So I am a practicing attorney here in Dallas, Texas, serving as in-house counsel for a publicly traded company in their marketing, advertising, IP, and regulatory group. I'm excited to have you here today. Before we dive into our topic, I'm just going to affirm you right now. If you are tired, if you are feeling unmotivated, if you are feeling anxious or discouraged or whatever the case may be, I plead with you to just keep going. Put one foot in front of the other and try to make the best of whatever situation that you are in. Try to look at the bright side, try to have a heart of gratitude, and really just lean into your purpose and your why whenever you have those moments of like discouragement or lack of motivation. And oftentimes it's just putting one foot in front of the other and starting. And once you get started, you get reinvigorated and remotivated. So without further ado, let's dive right on in.
We are born to win. Come and learn the basics with Law School Gems.
So what is a sponsor? A sponsor can be everything in the mentorship category that we spoke about last week. But in addition to that, a sponsor is someone who is going to stake their professional reputation on you. So what does that mean? It means that they are going to vouch for you. They are going to use whatever clout that they have professionally in order to get you into rooms and to speak your name in rooms that otherwise you may not have been invited in or that your name might not have come up in. Now, a sponsor may be a mentor, but a mentor is not necessarily going to be a sponsor because it takes a lot for people to stake their professional reputation on you. If someone is going to recommend you for a role or an opportunity, they got to make sure that you are going to come with the goods, that you are not going to disappoint, and that you are going to make them look good, because otherwise if they try to make another recommendation for someone else in the future, it's not going to bode well, because then their clout will have been less credible at that point because the last recommendation they made didn't go over so well for whatever opportunity or circumstance they nominated you for. So it's very important that you know the difference between the two and realize that it takes time. It takes building rapport, it takes confidence, and it takes connection to transition from just having a mentor to making that person a sponsor. And you may also have mentors who never become sponsors, and you may have people that you meet along your law school journey who immediately become sponsors because that's how much they believe in you. But either way it goes, it's important to have both. A sponsor is usually a decision maker as well. This person normally has a seat at the table, and there's someone who can make decisions for a firm or a company or help you get that opportunity. They call the shots, basically. They have control over picking up that phone and saying, I want you to interview this person, or I think you should choose this person for this certain role. So they have that type of clout, right? Where they're at the decision making or decision level of authority. And those are the type of people that you want to seek out to be sponsors if you were on the market for one. It's also important that we emphasize reciprocity here, just like we did with your mentor, right? So it's not just about take. You also have to be willing to give, even as someone who is receiving a sponsor from someone or someone who is under the tutelage of a sponsor, right? It has to be a reciprocal relationship. Now, a very important tip that I received about sponsors are that you have to wait to be invited, right? So sometimes if you're too forward and you look too thirsty or too disingenuous trying to get somebody to sponsor you just for the sake of having them on your team or for using them for what they can do for you, right? It doesn't feel good. It comes off as inauthentic, and people can kind of read through the BS, and your forwardness may offend someone. So sometimes you have to wait until someone tells you, hey, I want to be your sponsor. Hey, I want to recommend you for this role or this opportunity. Hey, I think you would be perfect for this opportunity, right? And other times you could do the asking or you could wait for them to, but for the majority of the time, you want to make sure you get invited to the table first. Don't just set your place setting down, honey, because that's not good manners. So you got to make sure that you are invited before you just go after a sponsor. And not all sponsors operate off of that code of decorum, but some do. And so it's important that I emphasize this here so that way all of you eager beavers out there, and you know who you are, You don't get ahead of yourselves when it comes to looking for someone to help recommend you for something. Some of you may be asking, Bria, how do I know when I will be invited in order for a sponsor to recommend me for something, right? Well, before you ask them to do something for you, wait until they give you the green light. Wait until they say it's okay for you to ask them, or it's okay for them to go out on a limb for you, because that'll feel a lot better for them and a lot more comfortable. And even for you, right? Making it less awkward in order to build that type of rapport and relationship with someone. Well, guys, that's all that I have for you today with respect to sponsorship. Thank you so much for tuning in to this video. I am glad that you did. And before you leave, be sure to like and share this video. Also, be sure to subscribe so that way when I post new videos, you get reminded that they are up. And share this with someone who could use this information, right? Someone who's a first semester law student, someone who is thinking about law school or entering their first semester, or someone who could be further along in their law school journey and just need some additional gems, right? And so be sure to share this video with them. And thank you so much again for watching all the way to the end. It really helps me to grow this channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.